Hello, I'm Matt from Ludochrono. Today I'm going to give you an overview of Double Seven. Double Seven is a 2 to 4 players game for players ages 8 and up and plays for around 20 minutes. In this game, you're going to try to collect tiles, and the tiles have different animals on them. You can try to have as many tiles as you want, but you want to have tiles in the same set, simply because if you get to 7, you get this tile, which grants you an extra point. If you have 2 of them, you get the double 7, and that triggers the end of the game, and you try to have the most points to win. So everyone has a rack, and everyone will play their turn, and so on and so forth. So on your turn, the first thing that you're going to check is whether there is one or more face-up tile. If there is no face-up tile, you will choose one of the tiles and flip it face up, and then you can start playing your turn in earnest. On your turn, you will take 2 steps. The first step is collecting tiles, and the second step is playing tiles and swapping tiles. So, on your turn, if your rack is empty, you collect 3 tiles. If it is not empty, you collect only 2 tiles. My rack has 3 tiles in it, so I will collect 2 tiles. I can collect face up or face down tiles, and I will do so one at a time. For instance, I'm going to take this one. It is a squirrel. I'm going to place it here. This doesn't interest me, so I will take another face down tile, for instance, this one. Then I can start playing my tiles. For instance, I'm going to play a set of 2 squirrels, so I can start making it. Now I can start making another set with swans, except I have a wild, so I can have a set of 3 swans. Now I have no more tiles, there are no more tiles in front of the players, so I cannot interact with them. My turn ends, and we move on to the next player's turn. That player checks whether there is a face-up tile. That's good, they can start playing. So they will choose to draw this tile, and then elect to draw that tile, and in this case they have a rainbow. They have 5 different tiles. So if that happens, you can draw an additional tiles as a compensation. Now, what they are going to do is, first, they are going to steal my wild. To do so, they have to play a swan in my set, and then they can take my wild and place it into their rack. So essentially, you swap the wild against something that's here. Now they will play a set with 2 butterflies, 1 normal and 1 wild, and they can choose to swap an entire set. To do so, you select a set with the same size. To do so, you simply swap the sets, and I have no saying in this. I have to comply. They swap their sets with mine. Now they can make their set bigger by placing more squirrels in the set. And the last action that you can take only once per turn is discarding 2 tiles and placing them face up in the stack to draw an additional tile. In this case, this is a squirrel, so they will place it and make their stack of squirrels bigger. They have finished their turn. We move on to the next player's turn. The next player checks whether they are face-up tiles. It is the case, so nothing happens here, and then they will draw 2. So for example, they will choose to draw this, and they will choose to draw this. They decide to take no action, and as they have less than 6 tiles, nothing happens to them. If they had 6 or more, they would have to discard 1 tile from their rack. We move on to the next player, and so on and so forth. The game goes on turn after turn. You make your sets bigger, you create new sets. As a reminder, a set is at least 2 tiles of the same type. You can replace any tile with a wild. So now, let's imagine it is my turn again. My rack is empty, so I will draw 3 tiles instead of 2. So, for instance, this one, and that one. And then I can start playing. And for instance, I could do this, expand this set, then swap this set with my opponents. That creates a new set for them, and they cannot group those 2 sets, so they will have 2 separate sets. And then I will expand this set, and it has 7 or more tiles. Whenever that happens, you take a 7 tile. It is worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. Whenever you get your second tile, you trigger the end of the game. You take the double 7 tile if it hasn't been taken yet. Everyone else takes a turn, and then you count points. The points are very simple. It's the points on the tokens that you've taken and 1 point per tile in your collections. And that's it. You have your score. The highest is the winner. That's it for Double Seven. This is a set collection game in which you try to maximize your points by interacting with your opponent's set by swapping them and taking their wilds. Bye bye, see you on Ludochrono.